Hello everybody! Today we're going to unpack the Ilauke T6 tactical torch, take a close-up look and test it out. So let's go ahead and open up the package. And let's go ahead and empty the contents of the package onto the table. Okay, so that's the bubble wrap package emptied out, and let's see what's inside of it. So we have a few different items. Let's go ahead and open this first box here. Okay, so there is a ring mount for attaching the torch or flashlight onto an air rifle. And it is made of aluminium, and of course it's black anodized. Okay, so let's go ahead and set that down and aside and check out the other items. So this appears to be a remote purchase switch. As you can see, it does have a end cap that swaps around with the one that's on the torchlight or torch, and is activated by pressing onto this pressure pad here. So just to show you the whole remote purchase switch in the frame and try and get it to focus. There we go. Okay, so let's set that down and aside to one side. And then we have a laser light. Let's go ahead and take it out from its package. So it comes with batteries as well. 3 batteries. And 2 Allen keys or Allen wrenches. Okay, I'll show you them in a bit more detail once I get everything out of the package. Okay, so the batteries are LR44 batteries, so 3 of them. So if you're familiar with the classic old Nintendo Game & Watch games, they are the same type of batteries used to power those classic Game & Watch games. Okay, so with the light as well over here, so it is a red laser dot light. And let's take a close-up look at the red laser light. Let me just set those batteries up there. So So there is a warning message on it, which is good to see, always good to know. So this is quite lightweight as well, and it's cool to the touch. Aluminium, black anodized, for that stealthy, low profile look. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop the back part open. And of course pop in the batteries. Okay, so it might be a bit tricky here, but there we go. 1, 2, 3. And of course, popping the back cover back on, just like that. And then turning it on. So nice and intense red dot there to help with your sighting or aiming. And of course, do not stare directly into the light, but we can point it into the camcorder lens right there. So that's just fine. But never ever stare directly into the light, as it will damage your eyesight. So there we go. Nice and bright. Okay, let's set the red laser dot pointer down. And then now we can go ahead and take a look at the T6 tactical flashlight or torch. So it is powered by the Cree XM-L LED, which we've seen before in my other unboxing videos of the Thorfire torches or torchlights or flashlights. So it does have a rubberized back button on the tail end. And of course it is, once again, aluminium, very cool to the touch, very light, and is black anodized once again, as we always see or commonly see with tactical torches. It's nice to see that it comes with a handy wrist strap. Of course, there is no battery inside, but just to let you have a listen to the sound of the click there. Very, very nice click feel. Very, very solid indeed. And we can, of course, unscrew the head to reveal the battery compartment right there. Of course, there is an O-ring seal or O-ring right there. So it is a water resistant torch. And very nicely machined, as you can see the finishing on it. And I'm sure we can unscrew the tail as well to fit the batteries in from the rear as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's pop in a battery. So I have a Thorfire 18650 lithium ion rechargeable battery here. let's go ahead and pop it in and then turn it on and see it light up. Okay, so nice and tight right there. Now let's turn it on, of course. So as you can see, nice and very bright indeed, with a focus central beam and a nice bright flood around it. And it does have strobe as well, just by me quickly short tapping on the button. And there is an SOS light as well. So I'm just gonna check out the different lighting. So let me play around with it and discover what's there. So okay, to change the modes, it's a case of quick tapping, not a full press. As you can hear, there is no clicking on the toggle button at the rear when I'm doing this. So okay, so that's one brightness level, and that's low, and that's lower, I believe. And then we do have a fast strobe and then SOS. So high, medium, low, strobe, and SOS was right there, but I kind of pressed too quickly. Okay, so strobe and SOS. Okay, so let's do it again. So that's high, medium, low, strobe, and SOS. So back to the high again, and just to show you what it looks like this, and of course straight on, and hopefully the lens can catch it right there. And let's do that again. So we're currently in high, medium, low, strobe, and SOS. High, medium, low, strobe, SOS. And turning it off, of course. And let's see if it's got memory. If we turn it back on, does it go back into the strobe mode, or I beg your pardon, SOS mode, where we left it? Not quite. Okay, so let's leave it in low, turn it off, and then turn it back on. Okay, so it was continuing the mode cycle right there. So no memory at all, as we can see. Okay, so back to low, off, leave it for a few seconds, and then it starts at bright again. So there we go, no memory, starts at bright all the time. And just let me show you by pointing directly in front at the wall, which is about 2 meters in front of us. So you can see, look at the beam, how wide it is. I'm just moving the T6 tactical torch slightly further in, so you can see the wide circular flood more clearly in the shot. Okay, so that's at maximum brightness. And let me go ahead and tap it. So that's medium, and then low, strobe, and then SOS, of course. So let's do that again. High, medium, low, strobe, and SOS. Okay, so let's test it outdoors. Okay, so I'm outside in a sports field with the Ilauke T6 tactical torch and red laser dot mounted on the scope mount on my left hand, which you can't quite see because it's slightly dark outside and I've got no lighting around me. And I've also fitted on the remote pressure button or switch onto the back cap of the T6 tactical torch. So I've removed the toggle button or switch and replaced it with this remote pressure pad or switch. So let's go ahead and turn it on and see how it performs. And of course, let's turn on the red laser dot as well. So right there, just turned it on. And of course, now we can turn on the torchlight by using the pressure switch here on my right hand. So just like that, you can see it starts off in the high mode, and it's very, very bright indeed, as you can see as I sweep around us. So you can see the annex or container right in front of us with the red dot in the middle. So I'm just sweeping around. So this Cree XM-L LED is super bright. Very, very bright indeed, and a very nice flood, as you can see as I sweep it around in front of us and up the trees as well, so you can see just how powerful this torch is, or flashlight. So it is in the high brightness mode. Let's go ahead and release the pad and tap on it. So now it's in the medium mode and low brightness. And of course there is the strobe, and now the SOS mode. So a very powerful torch or flashlight indeed, this Ilauke T6 tactical torch. And let's go ahead and start in the high mode again. Medium, low, strobe, and SOS. So pretty cool indeed, very bright. As you can see, that building in the background is much further away, and the red dot can be visibly seen, as well as the light or beam from the torch as well. So pressure switch right there in my hand, and the torch just sweeping around. Of course, when I release the pressure switch, it will turn off, just like that. So very cool indeed. Of course, just to show you, if I can show you, let's go into the low brightness mode. So high, medium, low, and see if I can get some light to bounce off my hand and onto the torch right there, so you can see what exactly it looks like. So let me just point it up the correct way, so you can see the red dot and the remote pressure switch mounted onto the torch right there. So it is in the low brightness mode right now, without being too glaring, so that you can see what's in my hand. And let's go back to the high brightness mode. So super, super bright, very, very handy, nice and clear. So that's the Ilauke T6 Tactical Torch. Thanks for watching, and happy shining!